All right, a lot of good work today. I would say the offense kind of got the better hat of the defense today, but yesterday the defense probably got the better hat of the offense. So it's good when you have some back and forth. Certainly a lot to clean up. Got to continue to work to be a tough team. You know, we see flashes of it. We have to be consistently tough, but can open it up from there.
Okay. Talk about Makai joining the team and kind of how that process came about.
Yeah, Makai wanted to play football, and we want to give him a chance to see if he can. You know, it's been a long time. He hasn't really played since his freshman year in high school, but you can't coach fast, right? He's fast. We'll see what he's able to do out there for us.
What do you have to give Jerry to make that happen?
What's that?
What do you have to give Schumacher to make that happen?
No, Jerry's a team guy, right? Jerry and I talked before, and he said, yeah, if this is something he wants to do, then this is something we want to let him do. You know, it's our job to see if it's going to be a fit for him because he's obviously got a long career ahead of him in track. That doesn't change, right? And that's certainly his first priority, but right now it gives him an opportunity to see what he can do.
What was his previous experience you know of?
He hadn't had a lot of experience since his, really his freshman year in high school, right? They played wide receiver in a wing T offense. He's pretty good when you give him the reverse, right? So it's a little bit different. There's a lot of catching up to do, and there's a lot of things to pick up. But he's came here with a great attitude, and he's working his tail off. We'll see what happens.
Have you put him in a race with Roderick yet?
We have not. No, we have not.
Does he count against the 85?
Not right now.
What have you seen from Kyler from last year to this year that, seen him grow a little bit?
Yeah, well, today he had a big catch in 2 minutes, right? There was kind of a tip ball, had a big catch in 2 minutes to keep the drive alive and give the offense a chance to go down there and poke in a field goal to win. So, Kyler continues to improve. He continues to become more and more consistent. He certainly worked really hard. And looking for him to continue to make big strides moving forward.
How important do you think that early enrollment was for him, just to kind of get a jump start on things?
Yeah, I think anytime you can get here and get work, it's gonna give you a chance to be better. So Kyler's certainly somebody that benefited from that.
Last week, Evan mentioned at Media Day how you had been talking to him about becoming more of a leader. What have you seen from him in that regard this past week?
Yeah, just more vocal. And you don't always have to lead with words. Sometimes you lead by action, right, in the way that you do things. But I guess I would say this, for anybody that's entered our program, I'm not looking for anyone to take a back seat to someone else, right? When you're in our program, I don't care if you're a freshman or a senior, you got the opportunity to lead by what you do every single day.
You have a lot of guys obviously who can, return kicks, punts, capable of doing that. What are you looking for in particular from the main punt or kick returner?
The guy that can catch the ball, right, own the ball, and then score.
Will you do any live returns in the Saturday scrimmages?
Probably not.
So the offense got the better of the defense a little bit. What other skill players, aside from Kyler, kind of stood out today making some big plays?
There were several. I don't know that I could just pick one. Bo performed well today, did a good job taking care of the ball, but we had some really explosive runs from Noah and Bucky. Jaden Lamar had a big run as well. So had some passes down the field. There were plenty of guys that stood out.
What kind of progress have you seen along the offensive line of just guys gelling, getting continuity because it's so many new faces?
Yeah, they've done a really good job there. I think Coach Terry's done a really good job. Coach Cav and Coach Cutter working all together have done a really good job of building that unit the way it's supposed to look.
What do you think of the physicality today?
Yeah, we're banging. We were banging a little bit today. We were kind of had an emphasis too on celebrating. There was a lot of celebrating going on the sidelines, which is a positive. But yeah, we had a physical practice.
Why is that important to have that celebrating? What does that do for you?
It all goes back to our DNA traits of connection, right? It's we want to be able to celebrate together. You're not going to be able to play this game as individuals, right? You have to play together.
Tony yesterday said Ben Roberts is taking a big jump from where he was at this point last year. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, I think a lot of players going into year two have the opportunity to do that because their head's not spinning. They're not like a chicken with their head cut off anymore. And Ben's certainly a guy that knows where he's going now, what's his job. Has done a good job of learning his assignments and then executing. So when you're able to do that, when you know what you're doing, right, you can start playing with violence and speed that you need to play with.
How do you go about coaching or instilling individual confidence? Yeah. Like if a player is just either they're young, they haven't quite done it yet, or even a guy who's been around like a Jordan Birch. How do you go about instilling that more, getting that out of a guy more?
When they do a good job, you tell them good job.
That
Pretty simple. Yeah.
What have you seen from Mateo so far? What are some things he's been doing well in practice through the first few days?
Yeah, it's just, for a guy coming in as a freshman to be able to pick up the scheme like he has, once you know the scheme, just similar to Ben, you're going to be able to play a lot faster. He has a lot of natural ability, but him picking that up, I think, allowed him to kind of excel.
What have you seen from the punting competition so far?
Yeah, we chart it every single day. I don't think there's a clear leader yet. And then again, you need to get more punts with pressure too. So once that happens, I think we'll have a clear picture of what that looks like.
The goals that you've got to set up for Saturday scrimmage, and just things you want to see before then and things you want to see then
Yeah,
specifically?
just our ability to play fast. We've still got a couple more situations that we want to hit before we get there, but the ability to execute our offense and defense fast, right? Special teams at a fast level and at a high level of execution.
How has Nico Reed kind of adjusted to this cornerback room, and how has he been so far in fall camp?
Yeah, he's picked it up fast. He's had some wins, he's had some losses, but he's able to learn from every single one of them, which is important.